Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week, what we call it, hump day. We're halfway through the work week, and this is the day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing, and we're glad in it. Here in the 757, we're expecting the temperatures to be up in the 90s, probably 95 yesterday. Yesterday was hot. We was in the 90s. And as I said earlier, August is not going out quietly. And this is Gigi. I'm out here early trying to beat the heat before it starts to get real hot. But again, oh, beautiful day, a beautiful morning. You can feel the humidity in the air. But this is still the day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. Our daily bread devotional reminds us of something that it's worth the wait, waiting on the Lord. So that's my gym nugget this morning. It's worth the wait. You know, I listened to a song by Juanita Bynum. You all might know it. I don't mind waiting on the Lord. Well, I tell you, can we be honest? A lot of times it's hard to wait. It's hard to wait. I'm a witness. I'm just being honest, and maybe that's true. Maybe Juanita Bynum don't mind waiting on the Lord, but maybe she came to that conclusion after not waiting on the Lord. A lot of us come to that conclusion after we have not waited on the Lord and rushed into something and it turned out crazy. And then we find out, it was worth waiting for. Well, we have a story in today's devotion, which is probably very familiar. Now I'm going to start with the verse, Genesis 21:5, and it simply says, Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Now just let that sink in for a minute. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Okay, so in the beginning, we know Abraham was the father of faith. God told him to get up and move, and he moved on faith, and God told him that he would be the father of many nations. But the problem, that probably would be okay if Abraham at least had one child. But Abraham did not have any children. And then then that weight, the weight, the thing is the weight. I don't know about you. I've always had a problem with waiting. I'm telling you, I've had a problem with waiting. And I don't think I have no ADD or ADHD, but sometimes it's just hard for me to wait. And if you're honest, it's sometimes hard for you to wait on things. Sometimes you ask the Lord for something, and sometimes he says yes. But then he said, well, you got to wait on it first. And that wait can be so hard. And I know I'm not by myself, because it was even hard for Abraham and Sarah to wait. At one point, Sarah thought she was going to help God out by having Abraham be with her maid. And y'all know how that turned out. Oh, that was all messed up. Like the young people said, that was whacked. And then after she told Abraham to go in with Hagar, she got mad after the baby was born and put the woman out. Come on now. But it was worth waiting. And God, you just have to realize that God does not break his promise. When he promises you something, he's going to do it, although it might take a while. When the story started, Abraham was 75 years old. But the verse today says he was 100 years old when he had Isaac. Now, I know y'all know how to do math. It's 25 years. Can you imagine waiting 25 years? I don't blame Sarah. Maybe, yeah, Sarah, I've done that too. I've done some things. Say, I'm going to help the Lord out. Let's push this a little quicker. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't wait on the Lord, you might mess some stuff up. I've been a witness to that. Just mess some stuff up. But it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait, waiting on the Lord. I like how this ends up here. Because it's a story today about this lawyer. This lawyer was delayed 18 hours for a flight because there was a thunderstorm. So he waited it out. But guess what? It paid off. When he got on the flight, he was the only one on the plane. He got to eat all the food he wanted to eat, and he got to sit in the front row. And they asked him, why are you sitting on the front row? There's nobody else on you. He said, well, it was worth the wait, so I'm going to sit up front. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm talking on my video. But it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. When you wait on the Lord, it's worth the wait. And you know, although it took a long time for Abraham and Sarah to have Isaac and start the ball rolling, but it was worth the wait. God kept his promise. Abraham's seed, if you can count, dust, it's as numerous as dust. Oh my God, it's worth the wait. And I just want to read how they conclude this devotional. Waiting can be hard. Yes, it can. It can be hard. And like Abraham, we might not do it perfectly. Yeah, we might not wait perfectly. We might rush some things and do some things. But as we pray and rest in God's plan, may He help us persevere in Him. Guess what? It's always worth the wait. It's worth the wait. So I have come to the conclusion, like Juanita Bynum, I don't mind waiting on the Lord now. I don't mind waiting on. It's still hard. It's still hard. But the older I get, I don't mind waiting on the Lord. Well, that's all I have for this morning. Don't forget to subscribe to the G.E.M Nugget channel. Now, don't wait on doing that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. That's something that you can do expeditiously. We are at 21,000 subscribers and growing because Pastor and I, we want to encourage, inspire, and instruct. Have a blessed day. Stay cool.